What's up, everybody? Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. Sorry, I delved into Krellis mode there for a second. So this is... oh gosh, I forgot the name of it again. Dang it! It's like the Cyclops Mark 1, I believe. Check the description because I'm not 100% certain on that. I had the game world open and walked away, and then when I came back, I did not remember what the name was. But really cool. It's another one of the large small ships, which we as a space engineers community have got to figure out a better name for these ships. Large small ship. I mean, it's a walking paradox, flying paradox, actually. But really cool design. I haven't seen a lot of stuff like this as far as, like, I don't even know what this is down here. It doesn't look like a solid... here, let's do... it doesn't look like a solid construction. It's probably a single object. Modded object. Let's see what it is. Aha! 50... wait, what? 50mm mech burst gun. Well, alrighty then. I have no idea how it got wedged in here, though. I assumed it was on a rotor. Or wait, no. There it is. There's the mount. Okay. So there's the mount. So I guess they just turned the gun inward to look more like a landing gear? Maybe? That's really interesting. I will have to look into that mod because I want some 50mm mech guns. Chain gun. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find out what mod that is. And that looks like a different weapon mod as well. 23mm fixed gun. There's gotta be some new mech weapon mod I was not aware of. So yeah, this is supposed to be a combat ship, so in all likelihood, now that I'm thinking about it, it's more than likely those are just the default positions, but if you activated them, they'll, like, roll over and be, usable. Because it's supposed to be a combat ship, which is really cool. But the exterior is very, very detailed, actually. And I'm only pointing that out because I didn't know where the door was. No, it is actually really detailed. And I like this, too. This is a different kind of piston. But it's using maglock surfaces instead of the standard landing gears. I like that. That's pretty cool. And then you've got... what is all this stuff? Straight bumper. Oh, okay. I've seen that before. Oh, nope. Dang it. Come back. There we go. I was not all the way in the doorway. So yeah, this is another one of those where they can do really detailed interiors just because it's a small ship, which is really cool. I just don't like the name large small ship. I think that's really weird. And this is an exhaust vent, so I'm guessing... I don't know how the exhaust vents work. It's I've seen a few mods that use them. I think they're supposed to just be vents, like an air vent, but I'm not positive on that. What do we got here? 3, 2... oh, okay. Well, thank you. That's not informative, really. Aha! I guessed correctly for once in my life. Let's see, what else we got over here? We've got another... we got the azimuth reactors, and some storage with a first aid. Is this on both sides? Yes, it is. Locker room. Very cool. And it's this kind of stuff that I enjoy, like, because they can do... there's a couple of mods that give you access to large ship blocks, but on the smaller grid, you can make for some fine details like arched doorways and stuff like that, which is really cool. Like this stuff, armor panel, and it's just not fully completed, and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Oh, this isn't the same on both sides, my bad. Just the shower and bathrooms. What is that? Small accumulator. That's new. Don't know what that does. Light 3. Oh, that's right. I didn't look at these either. What do these do? Light. Compact door. Oh, okay. So that seals the door. Then we have bunks, which is really cool. Like I said, a lot of these, they kind of have similar designs in terms of you have beds and mess halls and bathrooms and all that, but what's really cool is like all this stuff. Just the little fine detailed work, using various different armor panels and walkways and grids, and it just gives a lot of life to the ship and makes them look like something you'd see in a movie, which is really, really cool. Unfortunately, I'm not really that good at doing stuff like that. This is pretty cool. How did they manage this one? Oh, okay, so it's an animated status. That's cool. That one apparently only works if you look away from it. Interesting. This is also really cool... Oh, there's the barrels! This is also a really cool interior for a bridge or cockpit too, as well. Now, I noticed that these the hotbar doesn't actually have anything about the weapons, which is intriguing. Oh, they're there. Okay. I was wondering about that. I was like, there's gotta be a hotbar for the weapons. So we have unlock, close the doors. Oops, I moved. I guess I wasn't supposed to do that. Unlock, close the doors, and retract the landing gears, or extend them. Actually, I thought they were already extended. Apparently not. I don't know if you can actually get out into this pod either, or if that's just thrusters. I think it's just thrusters. Ooh, and there's a fan on top. I missed that part. I think that's only visible from the exterior. Okay, and then from here... Access denied. Well, that's not cool. I thought I did reset permissions. Oh well. What is it for? I'm wondering if this is... Control... Oh, okay. So it's controlling the turrets. Oh, wow. Just those in themselves are effective, but I do like these other mech guns. Those are pretty cool looking. And I could have some fun with those. Alright, so on to the next one. So this one's a little bit different, but really freaking cool. It's actually one of the first that I've seen anyway. I shouldn't say it's one of the first definitively, just because I haven't really gone looking. But it's an actual deathmatch map. Now, in the description, it was said that there was supposed to be a scenario to it, but it wasn't sure. The map maker wasn't sure if it was actually attached because there was a problem when it uploaded. So it feels like there is, though, because I'm unable to do first-person mode or my jetpack, and that seems like a scenario condition that you could add. But I had mentioned this before. I don't remember if it was in the Inspiration series or if it was in just my normal Let's Play, but I'd mentioned this before, that like we needed to get some actual deathmatch maps going on and stuff like that. Which this is really cool. I mean, like, you could actually, with the new scenario setup, I think, I haven't actually worked on it, but with the new scenario setup, and being able to like lock out your jetpack, lock out third-person mode, stuff like that, you could essentially kind of make Space Engineers into a Call of Duty match. If you don't lose the gravity, which is what I just did. Well, that's interesting. So, apparently gravity doesn't... Well, I mean, it gives us a bird's eye view of the whole map, I guess. But apparently gravity is not fully implemented at the moment. But still, I really like this map. It looks like something you would see in Call of Duty or something. Can I just... Yes. I want to respawn somewhere. No? Can't do that. Hold on a minute. Okay, so in the interest of being able to show off the map, I went back and reset the... It's actually in the world settings, it's not in the scenario settings, to enable third-person mode and the jetpack. Now, it is interesting that once I enabled the jetpack, I am no longer under gravity anywhere, which makes me think that it's something in how the map was set up to where as long as you're within a certain height, you're just supposed to be pulled down type of thing, and if you get up towards a certain height or something, you lose it. I don't know. That's really weird. It's very strange, and because I didn't think that it was like a work in progress or anything like that based on the description or the title, but it might still be unfinished, I'm not sure. But, I mean, the detail is great, and it's all like broken and worn down and all that kind of stuff, like a abandoned factory or something. You got these sections that look like ladders and stuff like that. Oh, if only they had left ladders in. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it looks really good. Like, it would actually be pretty fun to try something like this in a multiplayer environment where you actually have a certain amount of kills, and I personally feel like you could, if you worked with the scenario editor enough and with the in-game system, I really feel like you'd be able to actually make this like a PvP multiplayer map type of thing. I mean, and actually use it, not just like, hey, this is a concept thing, but actually be able to like play games with friends and stuff like that. Now, obviously, there's no matchmaking or anything, but it would be more like old school system linking type thing on consoles that were pre everything being online multiplayer. It's also interesting to note that all this is back here. That I believe this is just for I personally believe this is just for visibility, that from in the map you'll be able to see things off in the distance. I don't know that to be true, though. That might just be other sections of other maps that the mod maker's working on. I'm not sure, or the builder, sorry, not mod maker. It could just be other areas that they're working on or something like that, but all in all, really, really cool idea. And I think it'd be fun to actually try it out and see if it would be something plausible that you could really use in a real game. I'm sure with the new scenario editor you could. It would just be a matter of settings and getting everything balanced, so... but yeah, looks really cool, and I think we'll move on to the last one. Alright, so lastly we have the multifunctional trucks... or truck Almer with 7 different variations. Ow. I have to point this out, originally I did not realize there were 7 different variations. I just kind of saw the main one, which is I think the one on the far right here, and I think there was a screenshot of this one. There's probably screenshots of more, but that's all I saw. And I like subscribed to it and all that kind of stuff and was setting it up for the inspiration episode and just didn't realize there was that many. I loaded the world and I'm like, holy crap! So then I started reading the description and found out that it's some different variants of the ways you can equip it. Now, first of all, these are really, really cool designed variants in terms of every little detail down to like having it have little steps or foot... I don't know what it's actually called on a truck, but they're the step-up rails, basically. And it's got an interior. Now, I will say, I have had an issue opening doors. These buttons don't seem to want to cooperate with me. Assuming they're the buttons. But they don't really do anything. I'm pretty sure, though, these doors are able to be opened. So here we have the inside... which again is really cool. It's got the different metal grates to make like a dashboard. You've got a screen. I think that's a incomplete rotor to make it look like a steering wheel and stuff. Like, it's really cool. If we pull up our HUD, we have stuff I don't know what it means, but we can figure this out. So this is going to be the mag locks. Not sure what that is at all, but it's a toggle on-off. This is toggling hinges on-off. This is reversing the hinges. And handbrake on the cockpit. Don't really know what that's for. So I was kind of thinking there was doors, but I could be wrong unless these are the doors. I'm not sure. So let's play around with this a little bit and see what happens. I'm assuming these hinges are going to be the back tailgate. Maybe. Oh, they're off. Okay, so if we turn them on... Oh, they are the doors. Okay, cool. So you can open the doors. So that's why they weren't working, is the hinges were off. That makes more sense. Wait a minute. Where... Okay, so that's the maglock for the actual trailer hitch. Now the trailer controls are back on the trailer. I don't know what this does. Oh, lights. So that's pretty cool. They even put like grates over the lights so that it, you know, looks like it's embedded in the truck. I think that's cool. Like it's very detailed. I like it. Handbrake, I'm guessing it just keeps the thing from rolling or something. So with these on, okay, so with them on you can control the hinges. Or I mean the doors open and close, which is really cool. I like this effect of having just a little angle block. And then I think that's the SNCN mod buttons. So then we have the trailer back here, which is held in by a maglock platforms. And artificial mass with a couple, looks like reactors to power everything. It has, I don't know why that one's glowing, but this one will extend the clamps. I think it's clamps. I mean, I don't know what it's actually supposed to be, but I think it's so you can detach it without having an issue. And then you can lock it in, then you could unlock the trailer hitch and drive off, come back, hook it back up, type of thing. And you can unlock it again and retract it. So that's pretty cool. And then over here we have the tailgate type thing that we can drop. Again, using the hinges. The hinges are such a cool mod. It really is. I don't know who came up with those, but cool points to them. Oops. I don't remember what that button does. I thought it was up. Oh, it must be on-off. I also don't know how they got the color to change. I just now kind of realized. Unless that's just the block that they used. 2-button panel, so that's something I haven't seen before. I'm assuming the interiors will kind of work the same way on all the truck mods, or variants. It's just going to be, yeah, I can't open those, so these must all have their hinges off. Using bumpers here to do the exhaust ports was a pretty cool little trick. But the big thing is the back ends, that you've got some various different formations you can do. This looks like it has an extendable bed, I guess. This one is, it looks like it's enclosed and then it just has a fold down tailgate, I think. I don't know if this one could be detached. I don't think, it looks like it's built in together, and then it's a 4-person truck. Another 4-person truck with another open bed, but this one, or an open bed with a tailgate, which is pretty cool. The big one is that I wanted to look at was the one at the very bottom, but I wanted to show these off as well. I think this is more like an APC type thing where you can transport people, and it's got 2 hinges, but again, for some reason they're defaulting to off, so I can't actually open them without getting in and turning them all on and stuff. This one looks like cargo with an open door type thing. None of these, though, look like their trailers can be detached. The one at the very end is like a self-sustained pod type thing, which is a pretty interesting concept that I wanted to look at. That's what really caught my eye. But I like the different variants, though. I think that's really cool. And then there's screens and buttons up there, I'm assuming, to either toggle the lights or open the back door. So as you can see with this one, what's a little different, it has these 2 pistons. It's held in by maglocks, I think, with connectors, so you can already tell it's detachable. And then you have almost like a living pod in here, which is really cool. I'll probably end up showing, just as an FYI, I'll probably end up showing more ground vehicles in this series as they are developed, mostly in the preparation for the planets in the background. Now, this is the skybox confirmed from the comment section on the Steam page. No, we don't have planets yet. I really thought we would. While I'm talking about this, let's drive, see how this drives. Drives really good. I mean, so far anyway. A little bumpy, but that to me, the little bumpy side of things, like where it kind of swings and sways, I think to me is still the game trying to use the artificial mass blocks and gravity and momentum to not let it, like, leave the atmosphere. I have a feeling, I'm not entirely positive on this, but I do have a feeling if maybe you cranked up the G's on the gravity a little bit more than normal, then it might make that go away, but I don't know. Okay. So let's turn the handbrake on. Let's see what that does. Okay, so the handbrake in the cockpit means I cannot drive. I can turn the wheels, but I can't make them go anywhere, which is pretty cool. I don't know what that did. Is that... I know that sound. I don't know what it... Oh, there they were down at the bottom. It's gravity generators? I think they're either gravity generators or artificial mass. They might be artificial mass blocks, actually. I should have let them go. Now there's going to be that weird sound. Okay. Now we get to look through this and see what we're doing here. We've got hinges. I think this was lights. Turning the hinges on. Artificial mass blocks. Connectors. Connector. This is on. This is lock. These are the mag locks, these are the pistons, and this is another set of pistons. So... I'm guessing... I'm gonna probably break some stuff here, but we're gonna try it. So, this extends the pistons at a very slow rate. Oh, wait. That's getting hooked on the wheels. So I don't know if we're supposed to be doing that yet or not. What about these? What's this? Ah, there they go. So we extend. So if you were like making a base, like you drove this from your home base and this is a portable base or something, when you get to the planet exploration stuff. Oh gosh, can I turn that off? I'm going to turn that off for a second. That noise is driving me crazy. Though these pistons do go very slow, it would seem. What does this button do? Okay, that's a little quieter. So that's the artificial mass for the back trailer, I think. Okay. So we got that. That locks those in. Sweet. Now, that's the lights. We can turn the hinges on. These open the front door. Does not mess with the back door. Okay. So we'll close that. Now... what does that do? Okay, so that's that. But what I don't see is... I wonder if I have to... I'm wondering if I have to disable the maglocks under the truck because they're part of the trailer base thing. Let's just open that door. Is what I'm wondering. And it looks like it might be likely. I don't know. Those do look like they're on the truck, though. But I didn't see any other section for maglocks. Let's see if there's a second group. I think that's the same ones. Yeah, that's the same ones. Okay, well, let's check and see if these are the same ones. Side note, really cool button panel, too. Yeah, it's good. It's working with the same group, too. Let's do switch... Oh, yep, that's definitely the same one. Okay, so that unlocks that, but nothing is unlocking this. That seems like it could be a problem. Because I don't want to drive off and still have something connected, do I? I mean, that just doesn't seem like a good idea. those don't unlock. I wonder if that's... I don't know. I really don't know. We'll turn that on. Yeah, we'll turn that off. They're locked in place. No, it's not going anywhere. So, that's not good. How do I turn off these mag locks? Unless there's some kind of... So that opens the back door. Let me see if there's some kind of control panel in here that disables it. Like, you have to be inside the... Gravity generator off, lights off. That doesn't help me at all. Well, actually the lights on would probably help. Which, this is pretty cool. This is pretty neat. I like it. It's like it's got its own little table, cargo space, beds. Like, you could just drive off and be like, yep. Oh, you know what I wonder? Is if there's buttons on this side. Nope, don't see it. How do I turn off these mag locks? I don't understand. That seems like something that would be kind of a necessity. Oh, this is just a passenger seat. I was like, why can't I do anything? Don't see any buttons up there. Yeah, I don't get it. Let's... This is all the blocks. Maglock 9. Huh. And there's... Oh, wait a minute. We disconnected. So that means the trailer ones are no longer a thing. So let me find... I don't know if this was just an oversight or if there's something I'm missing, but I'm just going to make a new group. Because I don't feel like trying to figure it out. Not that. And groups. Truck mag locks. And switch lock. There we go! That was weird. Alright, so we'll shut the doors. And we'll drive off. So that's pretty cool, that you can drive off, and it does have its own mass, so that you can kind of park it. But that's pretty sweet. I like that. I think that's really cool. Like I said, with the... I'm stuck. With the advent of the inevitable, oh, look, you can see the lights on inside the little base. That's so cool. With the advent of the inevitable planetary update, I'll probably be showcasing a few more of, like, ground vehicles, stuff like that, to give people ideas that they could use when they want to explore planets, things of that nature. And I'm sure people will make more of them with the inevitable planetary update that's on its way out. So, that's pretty cool. On a completely unrelated note, ending this episode, because we're basically done showcasing the builds, we did break 5,000 subscribers, which is awesome! Thank you all very much. It's very surreal, did not think it would ever get to that point, which is really cool. For celebrating 5,000 subscribers, some of you might have noticed that the fact that the programming episode this week, my inspiration episode, this episode, and Subnautica this week did not come out on time. They came out, like, the next day in weird orders, weird times, stuff like that. Due to the 4th of July weekend, I had family that came in, and we were doing stuff, and everything was crazy, trying to organize with everybody, find time to record, find time to edit, render, all that crap was, like, non-existent. One of the days I actually spent, like, I had, like, 1 hour of sleep within like a 48-hour period because of just trying to juggle everything. It was kind of nuts. So, hopefully this episode is probably going to go up Monday, so hopefully by Monday-ish, my schedule will kind of be trickling its way back to normal. And Adrian Wanafly and I are working on a couple of things that we're thinking about doing for the live stream. We'll be doing a live stream, in case that wasn't already obvious. I don't know that I'll be doing Elite Dangerous, just because I've done Elite like the 3 times, I think, was my last live stream. I may do one after I do but I'm thinking of doing a Space Engineers live stream. And we have a few ideas that we're working on to do that. I'm not ruling out doing a separate Elite one like the following day or a couple days later or something of that nature, just for people that only watch Elite and don't really care about Space Engineers. That way they can also celebrate the subscriber count and everything. Obviously, I'm celebrating having more people subscribe and watch my content, so I kind of, you know, probably should include everybody. Just saying. So, yeah, there's that. But just letting you all know that I am planning on that. No, it won't be like forever. It's just going to be probably within this next week sometime, but I have to iron out a few details on what we're doing and then get out an announcement video so that people are like prepped and ready and all that kind of stuff. So keep an eye out for an announcement video within the next few days. Probably sooner than later, but with my chaotic schedule, who knows. So yeah, once again, thank you all for subscribing and watching my stuff and being generally awesome. Yeah, and I apologize for the schedule weirdness lately. That's just holiday kind of screwed me up. I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have things pre-recorded and all that kind of stuff, so it kind of just snuck up on me. So yeah. And on that note, we're going to end this episode here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.